Hey you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. As y'all know, this is Under the Surface and this is going to be episode 6. I'm so excited. We're going to get into a lot of different things. So this one is actually going to be a little bit different than how we usually do it, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy it nonetheless. Trust and believe. But I'm really geeked. I see we have a few people already up in here. Hey Ken. What's up, Elevated? Thank you so much for coming through. Antonio, Yaya in the building. What's up, boo? Thank you so much for being here. Aisha, what's up, girl? How you doing, boo? Thank you so much for coming through. Bree Bree in the house. What's up, boo? Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all already know how we do when it comes to Under the Surface. You feel me? Your girl gotta have her Vaseline. Like, y'all already know what's up. Trust and believe. Y'all liked my little bow I did in my hair? I think it's cute. I was gonna wear my glasses. Elevated was popping. Hey Mikey, what's up y'all? Thank y'all so much for pulling up. What's up KC? Thank you so much for pulling up, you guys. I wanted to throw on my glasses. Let me see how it look. I wasn't sure how it was gonna look because of the light bopping off of it. But if it's like just doing too much, I think it's cute though. Yeah, I hope y'all ready to get into some things. Definitely make sure that you guys are y'all can throw in whatever y'all want to throw in when it comes to like this episode because it is going to be different than the others. Um would mind me watching this later. I'm about to go out and about. Yeah, that's fine. You can always catch the replay. I appreciate you though. Hey Abby, thank you so much for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all hear my guy Ken, period. Yes, you guys.
Is your phone working?
My what?
The poll? Is the poll working? Like we can take polls?
No, it's not. I already told you it wasn't.
Oh, I'm not seeing it showed up this time.
No. Stash, what's up, Stash? Hey T, what's up, T? How you doing, y'all? Thank y'all so much for pulling up. We're about to get started in a few, you guys. But y'all already know from the title, if you seen that when you clicked on it, this is Under the Surface. What's up, everybody in the chat? Like the live if you haven't. Yes, y'all heard Big. Like the live if you haven't already liked the live, hun. Because, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see, you guys.
You know you gotta read that warning too.
Oh,
Oh,
where did I even put it? Because I kind of forgot. Where was that? Oh, shoot. My fault, y'all. My fault, you guys. Let me see. I don't even know where I put it at. Should have been pulled that up. Okay. Yes, you guys. All right, so y'all already know how we do. Under the Surface is where real conversations happen, hosted by me, your girl, Kissum J, and my husband, Cairo. This show dives deep beyond what people see online, explaining untold stories, raw emotions, and hidden truths. So, yeah, y'all, we about to be diving into a whole lot. This was going to be a bit more lighter, but I kind of feel like we still going to be diving into a lot of deep things, but depending on what y'all bring to the table as well, we'll see how deep we end up going. IDKY, but your notebook looks like you're reading and oh, it's upside down. That's because it's like the opposite way when you're looking like through the camera or whatever. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like looking through one of those different cameras. But yeah.
grab water.
Okay.
Water. Big.
That's kind of why I wanted to kind of do this on what's it called? Next time I'm gonna do this on StreamYard. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Let's see.
You got water?
Um, can you give me a bat over there?
Yes, over there.
Y'all should take my screenshot since I look so cute. Please, I look cute. I don't know what you over there for.
I didn't know what I was going to do with my hair, people, so this is what you got right now.
It's fine like that.
I might take it down. You never know.
You got
We
a new
time.
phone, Jay Quality, looking OD clean. Yo, no, I got a new phone service. Your girl switched over to T-Mobile, and T-Mobile been treating your girl right, honey. I'm talking about right. What's up, Kaylin? Thank you so much for being here, boo. Elevator said, what's up, Cairo?
What up?
All right, y'all. So the topic that we're doing for Under the Surface episode 6 is going to actually be hot topics. This is something that we're going to do probably like once every like 4 or 5 episodes or whatever, but not like crazy. Under the Surface will still be like how it is, but this episode is going to be a little bit different because we're going to talk about different things, okay? So
I still think we should do that every
no,
topic.
I don't. I like how it is. I like
Because
the regular way.
Under the surface just means we just talking about the things that everybody's not talking about in the manner they do. Everybody talk about the stuff we talk about, but just not in they don't go in depth.
Yeah, but I like the way that we do it. Like the regular way that we do it. I think it's cute. Girl, you slay. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first topic that I do want to be able to talk about, y'all, is the whole situation that kind of happened with Christy and Desmond Scott. So if y'all know about them, they're a famous YouTube couple. They ended up pretty much like getting a divorce. I thought it was kind of crazy to me because just watching them, now that I know what's going on, when I go back and I actually watch everything that kind of happened after like the divorce was like said and all of that, or the divorce was like, you know, they was already planning on being able to do it or whatever, I kind of realized that he probably actually wasn't really happy or satisfied in the marriage, you know, and it kind of seemed like she was doing whatever she wanted to do. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. I'm not really sure when things went left. Everything kind of always looked normal because it always came off as she was, if y'all know who I'm talking about, like they're this really
light skin,
nice, famous couple. Let me see. I have a little small video.
They're really light skinned and picture perfect looking.
Not picture perfect looking. Oh, you know what I should have did? I should have took a screenshot so I can show y'all. But it's all good. It ain't no issue for real. But yeah, I absolutely love them. I really wish that things would have worked out, but everything kind of happens for a reason. A lot of people had a lot of different things to say. Some people say that when they look at the videos, when they go back and they actually look at the videos, that he always seemed unhappy. And a lot of people tend to say that she is like the breadwinner, like she's the one that put them on the platform and made them like become who they are, like known wise now. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think about it?
I think it's like I always say. There's a lot of people putting on for social media, and he's a content creator too.
Yeah, he cooks and stuff.
Yeah, he does that and everything.
But
like
he was never really like huge. Like don't get me wrong, he was like big in the eyes of the people that like mess with him or whatever, but he didn't get put on to like the platform that she put him on until she started doing TikTok the way that she did and pulled in a bigger crowd.
Now remember what I told you in the beginning. I always used to say to you, it's because you know you used to show me those prank channels with the couples, and I used to say to her all the time, if we do some silly thing, like my personality is not really to get on the camera. It took her a long time to get me on camera. But if we did something silly and she made $20,000 off of it and whatnot, I'm probably going to put on a show too. Just you know, if you one day just working your regular job, you do something to hit on the internet, and then all of a sudden you come across all this money. There's a lot of people online doing that, and that's why I said that's what's killing a lot of social media. It's just people grifting. You know what I mean? So now it shows you under the surface what really goes on in these relationships. And this is what me and her talk about a lot, because I tell her all the time, you know, show yourself. It's like, so when we had this first Under the Surface, it was mainly because of that. I was like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that is about your real life that, you know, the people don't know. And I said, yo, start here. And she's like, nah, we had a argument about it and everything of that nature. But The reason why is because I don't want my relationship to become like I see people online. When they presenting this image to you, and then all of a sudden later on you find out it was cheating, people was doing this, and this, and whatnot. It kind of breaks your spirit. But there's so many people willing to jump in this game, presenting the image, and it's like when you see them now, when I see them failed, I'm just like, yeah, that's a good example. I like to send them to her just so she can see them like, remember?
I mean, I suppose, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. I really do. I definitely, like, get that. Maybe he does have, like, maybe he always had this way that he didn't really like all of the things that she did. But I kind of feel like he did at the same time, because not all of it, he looked like he was upset. He seemed like he was happy to be able, because he wasn't really participating necessarily. You know what I'm saying? He would just be the person to give their reaction. Like, she would do whatever it is that she's doing, and he would just give their reaction. Yeah. So it wasn't like he was really getting out of character or anything like that, you know. But at the same time, being married, you know what I'm saying? Like, being married, I feel like you should be able to talk to your partner. It shouldn't be this, like, big explosion at the end, because that kind of comes off like you've been thinking some type of way about your spouse the whole time, and you did nothing to actually fix it.
Simply Sunshine asked who are we talking about? What's the name of
the
couple
again? Person that we're talking about is Christy and Desmond Scott. Yeah. So if y'all heard about them, they recently, like, probably about maybe 3 months or 3 weeks to a month or something like that, they filed for divorce, and they were a really, really big, like, amazing, like, couple. You know what I'm saying? So what way do you think they could have solved that problem? By speaking to each other.
He should have charged her.
Charged her? Like, took her to court?
No, you should do like how in the pimp game. if you out of pocket to do something wrong, like, I would have been like, yo, you know what? Because she was doing things like, one of the things that they would go back and show is she would do stuff like slap a phone out of his hand or something like that, and like to get his real natural raw reaction. Yeah. And the cameras go off, and like, you know what? Every time you make some money off of doing something like that, I want like half of it. Now, granted, that they may have had a joint account, however they may do it, but I'm
sure they probably. I'm gonna find a way. I don't know if they would. I wouldn't. I don't know what to say about that.
Discipline.
As far as them having like a. Man, I feel like people can be disciplined, but it's better to speak to them versus doing all of that, because y'all in a marriage. It's not like to say y'all like trying to talk to each other. Like, y'all past that. Y'all done walked down the aisle. Y'all done had kids. Like, so much done happened.
They've been together since they was 14.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's even crazier. Like, y'all been together since y'all were mad freaking. Y'all literally are like high school sweethearts. Like, come on now.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna show out for the camera, then okay, we gonna show out there.
And then the whole thing about like right after like their divorce was announced, it was a whole situation about him being caught by like paparazzi out in the club kissing like a random girl, and she ended up getting up online, and she ended up saying how she's not the girl, because so many of like Christy's fans were like attacking her. You know what I'm saying? Because she was the girl in the photo, but she had to get on her Instagram and announce to everybody that she's not the girl that ruined their like marriage. She's not her. Or whatever. What's up, Sarah? What's up, you guys? Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all so much for coming through.
The wife ruined the marriage.
I mean, I don't know. If anything, I would say he probably didn't like say his piece. I would have to probably say that, because he never like said anything about that.
But he said really behind the scenes, he was telling her he really like hinting and kind of saying that he wanted out of the marriage. It's just that he couldn't. I guess he didn't want to take certain actions. Like I said, kids make things complicated. If I'm sure if the children were there, he probably would have bounced and just kind of kept it. But you know, there's a lot of things that men be conflicted with as far as when it comes to some men. When you really on what you on, you know what I mean? If you're not really a dirtbag and stuff like that, they get up and do things. But yeah, Charger.
Child. I'm not gonna say charge her, but I mean, if y'all gonna talk to each other and that's the agreement that y'all decide to come up with, then I suppose that would be fine. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mia J? How you doing, hun? Hey, Lavique, what's going on, hun? Yeah, or Levi, I should say. Yeah, but I don't know, man. But I hope that things work out. I seen that he already had a YouTube channel established. He just only was posting shorts on there. You know what I'm saying? Which was like his cooking shorts and stuff like small little shorts, but he just recently posted a new video, like a first video on his channel, and it was pretty much him introducing himself. You know what I'm saying? So he was introducing himself, like trying to just like rebrand him in a way, you know what I'm saying? And then he posted a second video, which was just him cooking, you know what I'm saying? Like making like a really like exquisite type of meal or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So it seems like that's the road he's gonna go down, and she's doing her own thing.
Yeah,
the
I'm about to say, what is she
seen,
doing?
yeah, the videos that I've seen of her was literally her she was decorating her spot, so she probably got her own home or something like that.
Is that all she was doing?
What you mean?
She was showing that body. That's what she was doing too.
She always dressed like that. If y'all, okay, so for the ones that's just coming in, we're talking about Christy and Desmond Scott and their divorce and everything like that. Like, she always, if y'all know Christy Scott, she always would dress in these like really cute but really crazy outfits. There was this one time where she dressed in an outfit that was literally dried up lemons, and when she shake, it would sound like a jar of change. You know what I'm saying? So she always like did stuff like that. It's not out of the ordinary for her to do that. It wasn't even anything where she was like showing her body so much. She used to put on big old like costumes and all type of like different stuff. So what do you mean she was just showing her body?
Do you think she gonna get a better man than her husband?
I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? It kind of just depends. I don't know.
I say no.
Why?
Because he wasn't. I don't think he was a bad guy. I just think she.
I don't think he was a bad guy. I don't think he was a bad guy. Now, she could
probably get a guy more fitting for what she want to do. Like, you know, if she want to make content all day, well, she's going to have new drama. But now the question is, will she really show her true life now? Because now if you get another man and introduce him to a situation where, you know, you got stepchildren.
Hey, Trisha, what's going on, Boo? Thank you so much for being here.
I'll watch that.
I would definitely watch that too. If she ended up getting into like a new relationship, I would love to see who it is and like what they end up doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I like the dresses and the craziness. I like them together. I like them together too. I really, really do. They were amazing. Troy, Alabama is in the chat.
But then that also leads me to one of my things before you jump over.
Okay.
I always say that some relationships are better if they're within a time frame. And once again, in this modern day of dating and marriage and everything, it's proving that a lot of that is true. For some people, they have their powerful years within a certain amount of time. Then after that, people outgrow each other, or they get new interests and they lose the whole idea of servitude, which is what relationships are supposed to be about in the first place. Now it just becomes about if we're still having fun or we still enjoying each other. What do you think? Do you think forever should be forever?
Like, as far as a relationship?
As far as a relationship. Like,
I mean, I feel like if the two of y'all love each other, then why not?
If y'all start getting on each other's nerves, how long do you stay? Forever?
I mean, if y'all start getting on each other's nerves and y'all feel like you're not able to get past whatever situation or problem it is that y'all dealing with, y'all feel like it's just to the point where y'all just can't deal with each other no more, then yeah, I do feel like y'all should move on, because maybe there's nothing else for y'all to do with each other. Maybe whatever lessons and whatever, like, you know, whatever you learned from that person, maybe, I
think that's a cop-out, though, because no one just magically starts annoying somebody. You make a conscious decision to be annoyed. Like when I annoy you, I make a conscious decision
to get on my nerves.
Yes, I do. Because but it's because I'm doing me. But
I know how you do you. Yeah. So you're not really annoying me.
She's used to my annoying.
So when he says him annoying me, child, because when he say he annoying me, he do these things, like, for example, when he walk in the front door, he will like make these like noise sounds. Like he would just be like making noise for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because it's like, why it's me? We got the security camera.
But I always gotta say it. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with me saying it. I always gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all it is for that.
She really tiptoe up in here. So when she comes,
I mean, I don't be tiptoeing. I'm just very calm and collective, and he's wild and noisy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I got the big loud diesel truck and everything. So you know I'm coming. It's
yeah.
Say, baby, they're like, it's like, yeah, what you think it is?
Be quiet. You're gonna do that regardless, not because who you think it is. It's not gonna be that.
I will do it regardless too, though.
I know that you will.
But I'll probably do something different.
Sure.
I used to when I was younger, I used to walk in the house and say, "I'm here, don't be scared." I used to say stuff like, I'll just probably come up with a motto.
I'm here, don't be scared.
That's what I used to say. I used to come in the house when I was a kid. I always used to do that. I'm here. Don't be scared.
Ciao. All right, y'all. So, what's up, AJ? What's up, everybody? What's up, Sunshine? Thank you so much for coming through. Add a question sticker. Let me try it. Maybe you'll let me do it. Oh, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Let me forget this.
Oh, they go to Nightbot. I still got beef with Nightbot.
He got beef with Nightbot, y'all. I don't even know why.
Because he kept on kicking my handle out the chat. I ain't like that.
Anyway, so the next thing that we're going to talk about, you guys, is Kai Cenat. So a lot of y'all know what kind of been going on with Kai Cenat. A lot of people had a lot of negative things to say. Some people have a lot of positive things to say. And so we kind of just want to speak on it and kind of just like give our perspective on what we see, kind of how we feel, what we think may happen. Like, nothing's set in stone, but you know what I'm saying? So I kind of first realized a change when first off, okay, let's get into the conversation first off with okay, before, because I was going to get into the conversation with him and Gigi, because there was a whole situation that happened with him and Gigi. But before that, I feel like the first thing that really happened was when LeBron came onto his stream, to his live stream, and he hit I forgot how many subscribers he had hit. He hit like a massive amount of subscribers and whatnot. It was something million subscribers, and he had told LeBron James that if he hit this much million subscribers or whatever, that he would allow him to cut his dreads off. Now, for a lot of women, you know, in particular, when women tend to cut their hair, it's because they want to like be changed. So they want to be like kind of feel renewed and kind of like walk through a different door, walk down a different path and things of that nature. What's up, Anthony? Thank you so much for being here. And the way that he moved about it, especially after he cut his hair, kind of gave the vibe of that type of energy. After his hair was cut, the whole situation, like, shortly after happened with him and Gigi breaking up. And I thought it was just a really, like, real crazy, real nasty type of breakup. It was a situation where he claimed that Gigi had cheated on him with NBA Youngboy. And it's crazy because NBA Youngboy didn't even know about it until he kind of heard about it, like, I think on the blogs, or it was probably from DJ Academics. It was like one of those situations. And I know that because he was, so if y'all know the little boy, what's the little boy that he be training? I don't think you know his name, but Kai Cenat used to call him his son. The little dark-skinned boy that came up under Kai Cenat used to call him, his name is Rakai. He goes by Rakai. So Rakai had he was going to do a live stream with NBA Youngboy. And it was like in another country or something like that, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And it's funny because NBA Youngboy ended up saying that he wanted to, so DJ Academics ended up saying on his live stream, because he talked to NBA Youngboy and he had told him, like, they went back and forth talking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So NBA Youngboy ended up telling DJ Academics that he had seen that Rakai had a live stream, and some guy, I don't remember his name, told him that he was about to buy him this really luxury car or whatever, and turns out he ended up pranking him. He had put a blindfold on Rakai and everything, and like literally walked him outside and literally was talking while the blindfold was still on him, like, oh, where's the car at? Where's the car at? You know what I'm saying? So he took the blindfold off of him and he showed him his car, which was the man that was blindfolding him. He showed him his car. He was like, I wanted to like get you something like this, and he walked him around his car, and it ended up being a toy car. And so he was really upset about that. And so NBA Youngboy ended up seeing that, and he invited him to his live stream. And so what he was gonna do, this is what he told DJ Academics. He told him that he had actually bought him a brand new car, like a nice, y'all know, nice car. You know what I'm saying? But before Rakai can even go and do the stream, he literally was about to go over there, but then that's when he heard the news about Kai and how the whole rumor was going around that Gigi slept with NBA Youngboy. So instead of him going there, he pretty much ditched him. You know what I'm saying? Which turned out to be like really, really crazy. And yeah, it was a whole bunch of different situations that kind of happened like after that made their like friendship like really weird. And then it was strange because after that, Kai Cenat just kind of didn't address anything, kind of just left his fans to do whatever they seem fit. you know, and because nobody was really saying this and that, it kind of just made it seem like the rumors might be true that Gigi ended up cheating on him. So all the Casanets fans, I know he had so many fans, they ended up attacking her. And so she ended up having to just defend herself by going online and just speaking her piece, but nobody was really hearing her out like that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really crazy, but yeah. And then it turns out that when they had the Streamer Awards, Kai Cenat won a whole bunch of awards there. He had got on stage and he stated that he was going to get into the fashion world. We didn't know that it was going to be such a quick turn because at the time he was still streaming. You know what I'm saying? But right after that happened, everything kind of cut off. And I think it was even, I thought it was even weird because if y'all remember the streaming award, there was this girl, she's a streamer as well. She pretty much tried to diss Kai, like, in front of everybody, like, try to, like, sun him in a way. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of came off to a lot of people were saying that, oh, this can be like a what do they call it? A humiliation ritual and all type of different things, because right after that, everything just switched. You know what I'm saying? Like, right after that, everything just, like, literally switched. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we seen that he finally popped up and told us about his new channel after he finally posted a video. You know what I'm saying? After so much of a long time, literally, Speed literally went through his whole Africa tour, dang near, and then Kai Cenat posted a video, which he was already recording on his new channel that was anonymous. Well, it wasn't even anonymous. He had everything on everything on private. Yeah, he was making videos, but he was putting on private on his new channel or whatever. And so when he decided to finally make or post his video, that's when he decided to tell everybody that he's getting into the fashion world and he's kind of done with streaming or whatever. So he titled that vlog, I Quit. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just got crazy. And now, like, leading up to today, we see Kai Cenat out in Paris hanging with Will Smith and hanging with Jaden. And the first time that you actually see him, like, really being around Will Smith and Jaden, it was actually his first time actually being around him, was, I think, possibly at the BET Awards. It was some awards. Basically, Kai Cenat went there and he wanted to interview celebrities. Y'all know how he be doing if y'all be watching him or whatever. He was actually trying to get in and the security guard didn't let him in. The security guard was kind of looking at him like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And then Will Smith and Jaden came up and they started taking pictures with him and all of that. And then the security guard seen their interaction and was like, oh, you must be somebody. And so they all walked in together. And the security guard didn't give him no problems walking in when he walked in with Will Smith and Jaden. So just recently at the Paris Fashion Show, Kai Cenat was there and he was there with Will Smith and Jaden and all of that. And a lot of people had a lot of questions because they just found it to be extremely weird, because it's just like a whole bunch of stuff surrounding it just seemed really dark and demonic. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of seemed like he was going down this road that a lot of people tend to end up going down when they link up with certain celebrities of this nature. And there's a lot of, like, things that go on when it comes to, like, Will Smith's name. There's a lot of things that people tend to say and all of that. So being able to just see this interaction, and when it comes to the fashion world, like, the fashion world is like the craziest thing, but that's kind of just the background story of everything, so we can kind of get into what we're about to talk about. So how you feel about everything?
I do think like academics called it right. When he said when he started getting into relationships, things was going to change about streaming and how he looked at streaming. I don't know why besides fashion being a passion, because it's a passion for me too, but there ain't no money in it. Unless you
I can't say there's no money in it. Yeah, unless you're tapped in. Unless you're tapped in. But I do think there's a lot of money in the fashion world, like a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to. What the hell is that?
That's supposed to be a look at one of his first. This AI maybe. But if this is what you stop streaming, or he said he's going back to streaming.
I don't know about
that.
His
Instagram. It says his first look at what it not. But
it better not be. He looks like an upside down screwdriver.
It looks like
like a ranch.
a wrench.
A wrench.
Yeah.
A wrench.
A wrench is what you put on your salad.
Wrench.
Yeah, wrench. Yeah, it looked like an accordion. That's what it looked like. That looked nuts.
Oh, the thing where they be playing it, where they go like this. I ain't about to mess with you. No, but he has been streaming a bit more, but just not on his channel. He's been doing it with, like, the AMP team and AMP House and stuff like that. They kind of been getting into stuff like that. Look, someone said, "Damn, them pants fire." Child, that is so funny. What's up, Vitas? How you doing?
And that's what fashion's turned into, weird stuff. And since he's been around Jaden, because I seen what Jaden do, they just throw paint on something and just be like, yeah, 5,000. I don't know. I think fashion is just like music. It's swagging it out. People swag some stuff out and they just say, yeah, here you go. Give me 1,000 for it. I just put some paint on it. I just ripped it here. I put a blade across it.
What's that one take? What in the eye solution is that?
Yeah.
How?
I
don't know either.
Now, the question is, do you believe the story though? That she was her being faithful and things like that, because it was his manager.
Oh yeah, there was a whole situation. I almost forgot about that. So Kai Cenat has an assistant, not his manager, an assistant. He has an assistant that his ex-girlfriend, now Gigi, claims has a crush on him, and she pretty much was trying to mess up their relationship by pretty much the assistant will pretty much be telling Kai things that Gigi probably shouldn't be doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kind of making it seem like she one of the homeboys when really she the assistant. And that's why Gigi had got to making a statement. She was like, you're supposed to be the statement. Why don't you stay in your place or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, child. I don't know.
Have a team of women around you. It helps. Because women are catty. And they I'm not a backstabber. I deal with people straight up. But every woman that I've had as an associate, not really friends, but associates and acquaintances, they feel other women's energy out real good, and that's all it is to me. That's why I believe it. I think from day one she had an eye on it, and basically just like she said, I work with him. I'm not trying to mess up the money, and if you're a woman, you know how men get when we fall in love and stuff like that. We'll burn it down all over one chick. So it's best you have a team around. Back in the days when we was toxic men, we used to have a thing where we'll let our friends try to talk to the girl we like to see how she respond.
Like knowing that y'all was together, but just almost like cheaters.
We'll be like, yo, if you can hit it, let me know. Matter of fact, babe, put a video. Let me see.
Dang, that's crazy.
Because if you can't pass, you never know. And we all had the friend that everybody wanted, and I know some girls who do that. The friend with the fat butt, she's the one that. They bring her around to see. Now they don't know more. Now everything is no. I'll keep everybody. A lot of people don't want to get their feelings hurt.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't want to do that. That's why a lot of people don't tend to bring their significant others around certain people, especially if they know that this person is like that or that person is like this or whatever. One take said, I did that before.
There you go. It's better before you find out when you done married her. 18 years.
Child.
And on the 18th birthday. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Better find out now. Mm-hmm.
But I do hope that everything works out with him. He did end up putting out a statement, pretty much finally addressing, because he didn't say anything for a really long time, and I feel like that alone just made everybody feel like they wasn't sure what was actually going to happen, or it just kind of made it seem like I don't know, he just left it in the air. You know what I'm saying? It was just. I'm not sure, what even was going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think he knows to accept it. Didn't he say something about staying single now or something like that? He say done relationships? Which is cap. I don't think that's going. I don't think I ever said that. I just say I'm done for this month. I'm done for maybe a portion of this year. Nah, not all together.
Child, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be done for this year or whatever the fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure about any of that for real. But
what statement you looking for?
I should have the statement that he put out. I should have pulled it up. But anyway, it's okay. If y'all want to find it, y'all be able to find it.
What do you say though? What do you
he pretty much was just saying that he just wants to work on him. You know what I'm saying? Just the light stuff, nothing heavy. Just the
fashion stuff. Wait, you said I just want to really narrow in on fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he talked on that, but he also talked on Gabrielle. You know what I'm saying? That's Gigi. he spoke on her and just kind of said, you know, like he ain't got no problems or anything like that. He ain't say nothing about NBA YoungBoy. He didn't address that situation. He just kind of like really left it light and just like moved on. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what happened with that. But
I didn't know she was an Instagram model. Or Instagram.
Yeah. I didn't know that she was that either. I honestly, when I first like seen her. Yeah, she does. Honestly, she looks really like regular. You know what I'm saying? She does.
And there's nothing
when
wrong
I first
with that.
seen her, I thought that she was like someone that he just like met that used to come around, because they be having a whole bunch of people just come around them. But it makes sense for the people that come around them and people that would be like popping on IG or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that would make sense versus it just being like regular people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but
and actually, I thought that was a good thing. Well, I didn't know that she was, but she looked mad regular. I was like, good. He actually picked something. He didn't try to go crazy.
Yeah,
and then find out she was dating celebrities. It's like, oh, see, you know, that he deserved what he got. He should pick better, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of thought that too. So I definitely wanted to speak on this topic. Shout out to my girl Tiff Takes, because she actually brought this up. So I want to put it up on here so y'all can see, but I'm also going to like read it for you guys and whatnot. But yeah, so this is the statement. Let me turn it around. Okay, so this just actually happened yesterday, you guys. Some of y'all probably don't know this person or anything like that,
like
but
I know.
Huh?
Like a couple of people I know. And women.
Anyway, so it says that popular influencer Crazy K 2300 has allegedly been stabbed over 19 times this morning, which was yesterday morning, in the Atlanta prison facility. Sources say a fight broke out and a small man brought out a sword. His condition is currently unknown. So I thought that this was really crazy, because when it comes to like the jails out here, I heard so many like really nasty things about, especially like Fulton County Jail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like so many things that like happened that was just like really, really insane. So
what, is he a rapper or he's just like a social media person?
I think he's just like a social media person or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was like really, really, really insane. And it just happened literally yesterday on Valentine's Day. Like, that is like the worst Valentine's Day present anybody can hear.
Nah, there was a Valentine's Day massacre in like 1920.
In 1920?
Or something. Yeah, Al Capone up in Chicago, he like took a machine gun and mowed down a couple of mobsters. But they were gangsters, so fair is fair. You know? But it was called Valentine's Day Massacre. So it got worse than that. But yeah, but Fulton County is the same. Well, was it Fulton County or just it just say?
It didn't say. It didn't actually say.
Because Fulton County had a crazy story about a year or two ago where a guy died by getting eaten by bed bugs.
Oh, I heard about that.
Crazy.
You know what? That was when that was the same time that what's his name? The one that's with Mariah the Scientist. What's his name again?
Young Thug.
Young Thug, yeah. He was locked up in there when that story had came out. And I feel like that story kind of came out, well, because it happened, obviously. But I feel like it broke out even more because people know that he was up in that prison or that jail as well or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was really shocking. Yeah, Stash, it was really crazy. Yeah. Like, it was really insane. Yeah. I was actually surprised
about that. And I had bed bugs before, so I know if they can take that much blood for you, that's crazy, because ooh, ain't nothing when you wake up and you got that little.
I'm happy I ain't never experienced that. I ain't got no time for none of that. I ain't got no time for none of that, child. For real, that's like actually really insane. So another thing that I do want to talk to you guys about. What?
Heather, would you rather? Would you rather have bed bugs or roaches?
I would rather have roaches.
I would too. I
don't want nothing biting me. The things, at least the roaches is gonna run away from me.
We have roaches in that apartment and bed bugs.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, but I'd rather have the roaches. That's serious. That's what I thought about.
I would rather have that. I feel like they're easier to get out. Yes, you know what I'm saying?
You can actually exterminate them.
Bed bugs? Nah. I heard too many crazy stories about bed bugs. I don't think that people can get rid of bed bugs easily.
Yeah, they come back.
Like, I heard people like have to dang near move out of their houses or have to throw away all of their furniture. You know, like, I feel like bed bugs is way more expensive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
I think you can do it in a house. I don't think you can do it in an apartment. Because I never heard of probably people not completely eliminating them from a house. And an apartment, no. Because they get up in the walls and all kind of stuff. And then the ones that we got, they came from the neighbor. So it's like, even though
I
we
would
did our
kind of think
thing,
that
they
because
kept
you
coming.
ain't dirty, you clean as hell.
Yeah,
So
they kept coming.
yeah, it's like, yeah, when you, that's one thing I really don't like about apartments, when you have like people in your apartment complex, like in your building, are nasty as heck. You got to deal with certain things that they have going on, and then they be like little small holes underneath the walls. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Green
ain't nobody
Vegan
got
said
time for
roaches
that.
don't bite. Some people say roaches do bite, but you don't really feel them.
I don't even want to find out.
I never had it's not till I came to Atlanta
Hey,
and when I
Green
seen
Vegan.
the flying ones and stuff.
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
this
Out
is
in
new.
the South, like when you
Yeah.
like go outside, you literally like see stuff like that, especially when you're like by the water or like a little like lake or a swamp or something like that. Yeah, they got like big old flying like roaches that be outside, and I'd be like, oh my god, like that stuff is so scary.
Yeah, Stash know about the roaches in New York. We got the annoying ones. They small and just get into things. But when I came down here, I remember I seen one on the wall. I thought it was a beetle. And then it flew. I said, oh, what is that? It was in the kitchen.
Yo.
I took the light. I was like, what is that? That's a beetle. I said, oh, this thing flying.
Yo, that's literally insane.
That's the first time I ever seen a roach that can fly. I saw his legs and everything. I'm like, yo, look at them legs on that thing. That is
definitely not. I ain't trying to deal with none of that.
And then
nonsense.
I heard the insects are bigger in Texas.
The what?
I never. Oh, I've been to Texas one time. They said Texas got bigger.
Oh, you know what? I heard that too. I never been to Texas. I definitely want to go.
One time,
but I ain't never been there before. But let me see. So Mia J said, working in the medical, you have to
decontaminate.
Huh? You have to damn bear close the office to decontaminate bed bugs are horrible. Yeah. Oh, damn near close the office. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
To decontaminate. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Child.
Yes, indeed.
That is absolutely insane. I ain't got time for none of that. I'm telling you, I ain't got time for none of that. I'm already scared. Like when I be seeing things in here, like it be like ants and like little
millipede things.
Yeah, like little things that would probably like crawl from under the garage or something. And I'd be like, oh my god, there's a weird creature in
That's
here.
What she
you know what I'm saying?
Creature.
Like because it's weird.
She's like, Carol, there's a weird creature. Like, what is it? What do you mean a weird creature?
Child.
You're
fine, boo. You're fine. You're fine. All right, so there's another thing that I want to show you guys. So this one is this. So I thought that this was really, really crazy. So this is actually a statement from DJ Vlad. And I thought it was really insane seeing this statement. So this statement, the top of it was cut off, but the beginning of it started off saying, I have a confession. Rock Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off the jury members to convict Tory. And they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse on his grandson's new album. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She never got shot. The LAPD are all on Jay-Z's payroll. And it doesn't stop with LA. And you're not ready to hear the hard part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by Rock Mafia. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory, even though it's a state case. Trump can only pardon federal cases, but knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay's wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies a secret anymore. If this is my last treat, just know who silent me. So
who's that, Vlad?
Yeah, this is DJ Vlad.
That sounds kind of crazy. Well, go ahead.
This DJ Vlad. So I thought it was really insane. So after this happened, a whole bunch of people had a lot to say. So they started kind of asking him questions.
Allegedly, so that might be AI.
Okay, allegedly. All this is allegedly, just in case. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time for all of that. But let me see. Hold on, wait. Oh no, I don't think I put it up there. Anyway, I don't think I put it up there. So let's kind of talk about this real quick.
Right, I would say he's gonna say hack. I don't believe it neither. I
thought it was crazy. So after he posted it, this one girl got up on there and she said, "Why are you confessing now? Do you feel bad or did the money stop coming in and it made you mad about it? So he ended up saying the money stopped coming and I never signed a NDA. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he ended up saying. And I thought that was really crazy. So another person ended up commenting on there and they said, damn, Vlad, be safe out there. Jay-Z could have your security on payroll. And so DJ Vlad said, I'm already using Rock Security or Rock Nation Security. I might need to get my own now. And so another person has said, how much did Jay-Z pay you? And so DJ Vlad said, it started with $10,000 a month. During the trial, it went up to $50,000 a month. All the payments were done through Bitcoin, so they couldn't be traced. So, you think that's cap?
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep on going.
No, you can trace through Bitcoin, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so another person said, Vlad, stop clout chasing, dude. If it's true that Jay paid you, then you know you can't possibly be the only blogger he's paid. So considering everything you just said, why didn't you name the other bloggers who Jay supposedly paid? And so DJ Vlad said, every blogger is on Jay-Z's payroll. We all got paid with Bitcoin. Now that the price has dropped, you'll see a lot of us turning on him. So someone else ended up saying, if they've been paying you, does this mean that they stopped paying you? And he said, correct, their last check bounced. So I thought that was really, really crazy, especially with everything that's been going on and having his name like all over the place. But how do you feel about that?
Well, I will say this, because one thing Millie always would say is that when she would bring out a compilation of how many times when people come up to get interviewed by him, he'll bring up Meg Thee Stallion and say, how you feel about it, or whatever the case. And if they say, well, I don't believe her, he'd be like, then you start bringing up these little doubtful kind of scenarios. It's like, bro, what is up with Vlad, man? You know, so listen, I've said it from a long time ago. The media is what shaped most of society. This has been a media thing since the 60s and probably beyond. So when they talk about the small hats running Hollywood and things like that.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to Goga because he sent all his people over here to raid me. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all so lit.
Like the roaches.
Oh, y'all so lit. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming over. I really do appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys double tap that screen for your girl. But thank you so much for coming over. I really do appreciate y'all. But go ahead.
At the end of the day, they talked about that with the media, and like I said, people been lying for a minute, saying the media is not controlled and it's not a mafia at the top of it. It absolutely is. Absolutely can be paid for, and that Epstein file thing is really. I think people believe it now that people are reading Epstein's file. I've been saying this, like I grew up on East Coast hip hop, and Mobb Deep, Onyx, Wu-Tang, Nas, they've been saying this since 95, 96 about the Illuminati and things like that. So, like I said, people started getting hip to it around 2020. I guess that Vax thing really kind of brought people into a certain level of thinking. But now this Epstein file thing, I think, is the final unlock, and that's why a lot of people's turned on Jay. Because like I was saying when they was getting that Diddy, I was like, all right, so when they gonna get at him next? And
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And so people always been saying things for a long time, but I keep saying it. It's not until there's a spell over the people, and it takes certain things to happen to break the spell. It's not that when one person can't do it. It's got to be a barrage. So now the barrage is really coming on him. Even 50 said he might do something on Jay, and we waiting for that. Yeah. I'll go watch that documentary.
I would definitely. If 50 Cent did a documentary on Jay-Z, I'll be the first one watching him. I will most definitely be the first one watching because I know that's going to be so crazy. Shout out to Goga. I really do appreciate you. Shout out to the Goga squad or Goga team. However y'all call. Shout out to all of y'all. G unit. Yo, that's crazy. Hey, Tiff, baby. You feel me? Yeah, that's so crazy, but... Ciao. I feel like we're gonna hear a lot more about this because Vlad just literally tweeted this like about 18 hours ago, so it's still circling around. So I feel like we're gonna hear a lot more.
That's gotta be a RICO, because you can't do that. You can't. I mean, that's why it's paid under the table like that, because you can't. Pay. It's a certain term in law.
Thank you so much, Mia J. I appreciate you, boo.
That's nuts.
That is crazy. Okay. So we're going to move into the next thing, you guys, which is the next topic, y'all. which has to do with the whole situation, speaking on the government. You know what I'm saying? So the government and the higher ups, I said they talk shit too. Because they do, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to pull this up so I can show y'all.
You gonna pull up the Cardi joint?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
pull
I
up.
think because I just heard that one last night.
No, I'm gonna do this
Okay.
one first, actually. Then y'all can't really see it though. Y'all can't really see it, but I'm gonna like pull it up. I'm gonna read it to y'all. Dang, y'all can't see it at all.
Oh, it's super
All
big.
right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna read it to y'all. Don't worry. Okay, so this one actually is the situation that happened when Nicki Minaj, what was it that she did? She had did.
Mr. Zeno, thank you.
Oh, she had went on to. That was when Trump invited her to go and speak. And it wasn't the interview that she did with that one girl. It was literally just her going up there and saying that she supports Trump or whatever. So basically, the Democrats ended up tweeting, and they ended up saying that her husband is a registered sex offender, by the way, and they tagged the White House in the tweet. I thought that was so crazy because that's why I had said the government and the higher ups talk shit too. Because how in the world does the Democrat get onto their Twitter and they say negative stuff about Nicki Minaj, like single out one person? Like, I think that is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, and that's not the only thing that happened that I thought was wild. The other thing that I wanted to show y'all, which was crazy, was this situation here. So this is Cardi. This just happened like 2 days ago. So basically, Cardi B, if y'all know, she literally just recently started her first tour, which is called
Am I the drama?
yeah, the Am I the Drama tour, Little Miss Drama
Miss
tour.
Drama,
That's what it's
yeah.
called, Little Miss Drama tour. And so the first day of her tour, they was having a whole bunch of fun, and she was about to get into singing her songs that were more so of like the Latina songs and stuff like that. And so before she started singing it, she ended up like shouting everybody out, like, where my Mexicans at, where my Puerto Ricans at, you know, all of that. And then she ended up stating, if ICE come up in here, we gonna jump them or whatever. So Homeland Security took it upon themselves to get onto their Twitter, and they tagged TMZ because they ended up speaking on the situation. They said that TMZ said that Cardi B jokingly threatened to jump ICE at her concert. And so Homeland Security responded to that on their Twitter and said, as long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that an improvement over her past behavior. So I thought that was like really, really wild, just to kind of see how like how whoever controls these people's, like, you know, Twitters and stuff like that. I just kind of think that it's like just so crazy to see how they be talking, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they're supposed to be like professional and all of that. I would think that they would leave that for like their own separate Twitters that don't have to do anything with like the brand of the company. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of thought that that was really wild, and it's trending. So I wanted to be able to talk about that while we're speaking on hot topics. So another thing I kind of wanted to be able to like get into with you guys that y'all already know is already trending is in fact the Epstein files. So you know a whole lot about it.
I know
a little about it. I don't know too much, but I do have just like a few questions that I want to ask you to see how you feel. Okay. So my first question I have is how do you think Epstein was able to build such an extensive network of powerful associates despite having no clear, verifiable source of wealth early on?
Yeah, because that's a lie.
All of what's a lie?
So now I just seen I was looking at some information, I look at certain content creators, and now they're saying that he's possibly the guy that created Bitcoin. The whole Mashin Toko, whoever the dude
That's
name.
actually really crazy.
And I told you that a long time when we met, and I used to be saying that for years. When I read the story of Bitcoin, and they were saying that this guy created it and bounced, I said, yeah, that don't sound right. You know why? Because I'm a kid from the 80s, and I had America Online, just like everybody else when internet first came. Well, when we was introduced to internet. You know, you used to get the little America Online disc in the mail. You put it in, you get a little internet for the week or how many hours they'll let you get the internet for. But before that, you had to go to the library, and we be online. The internet for the library is like the welfare line. You got to sign in, wait, and then get like 15 minutes on the computer. And if you went at a certain time of the day, nobody was there, so you can really go crazy. Back then, though, the internet was very open source. It was kind of like very close to what the dark web is today. And I used to go on a lot of those wild sites and see things. And I knew then they had Bitcoin then, and Bitcoin was for death shows. And people like us that was exploring back then would say if you was going to the portion of the dark web, it was easy to get on back then. You would use Bitcoin to do exchanges. So how all of a sudden now this elaborate story come up that some guy created and left? So he created and put it in the death shows, or to do trafficking back then. They had slaves that you could buy with only could do with Bitcoin. So when that story was garbage. So now. I believe that. I do believe Epstein and them. I think, of course, these people are put into place. So, for instance, the guy that just won, the Indian guy who just won up in New York, the mayor.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, hold up.
I don't remember his name, but I do remember it was like New Year's Eve when they like put him into the position or something like that, right? Him.
Yeah.
And it was like it was really late at night, and they did it in like a subway or something like that, and I thought that was like really really weird. I wasn't really sure what the reasoning for wanting to do it at midnight in a subway, like putting someone into that situation. Like I thought that was really really strange, but yeah, I definitely I thought that was wild, child. I don't know how to feel about it, but I do want to
hold on.
So, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I'm gonna show you first. That's supposed to be, now this could be AI, so I'm gonna say allegedly, but this is him. That's his mom. His mom was tapped in with all the Epstein and them. That's Clinton. That's Epstein, Ghislaine, Gates.
Oh yeah.
And dude. So the real thing is, that's Mondami right there as a child. You have to be reared in this lifestyle. There's only been a few people who've ran in political offices that really were grassroots. All these people are actors. Most of them have IMDs or whatever you call them for actors. The Obama kids have them, all kind of stuff like that. So once again, let's leave it alone when you keep telling people that you can be whatever you want to be. No, you can't. It's reserved for, and if you get there, if you from no really links, true. If you from no links and you want to get in them offices, you got to degrade yourself. Meaning you're going to have to go through, that's what the rituals are for. The rituals, like these people go through rituals too. But when you want to get into these power positions and you don't have no family ties to where they can say you came from this, and this, you have to double those rituals up.
Which is crazy because, I mean, when we look at situations like that overseas, like princesses and stuff like that, they go through the family. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that if you're not like tied into like exploring history and stuff like that, you would think that all stuff like that only happens like overseas or whatever. But that literally happens here in the United States. And that's why a lot of people were even saying when it came to like Obama that he was tied into like all these other people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like majority of the presidents and stuff like that, they all have like some type of relation or cousins. They all like something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's why some people like will probably never, even if they have the degree, even if they're really that smart, unless they have that type of backing for real, you know what I'm saying? But even then, like it would probably take them some time. Like he said, he would probably have to go through some things before you can actually enter into those type of doors, which I think is just like so wild, but it's real. And it's interesting because that ties into what you were just talking about with Cardi B and ICE and everything. To me, that's all wrestling. They all that. So, for instance, you seen the Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder on the plane. They got into an argument on the plane. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? That happens right around the time they're releasing the podcast. I think all that staged. All that is that's how you market nowadays. Is you can't just do you have to put real hype around things. Hey, Coach, what's going on, boo? This is Coach. Me. So yeah, yeah, a lot of this, we're in stage, and because the Epstein's files out there, this is why I also feel like a lot of this stuff is on Front Street. It's to keep people away from looking at them. Because now there's people who actually have the redacted software to redact the stuff themselves. Yeah. So now we get to see. Now that is because the government was never going to do it, so, there's going to be a lot of this stuff. They're going to be running with this for, like, the summer to What's the summer. What's up, Real Odds? About to the Coach summer. Mean Green on the scene with the gangster lean, yeah. Hey, what's up, Yvette? What's going on, boo? Thank y'all so much for coming in. So the next question I have on that same topic is, when it comes to like what do you think the financial records reveal about who was funding Epstein's operations and lifestyle? Like if he kind of just came up out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Because no one actually, like, I've never seen anyone say anything about like what school he went to. And that kind of almost reminds me, if you guys watch Candace Owens, she's been speaking a whole bunch on what's her name? Erica Kirk. And she, like, on her live that she did, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she was pretty much telling people, if you went to school with her, if you done this with her, if you like seen her at a younger age or whatever, we want to talk to you, because she's about to literally do a whole series on Erica Kirk and like break down a whole bunch of different things. And nobody really knows where Erica Kirk even like came from. Like they don't even know like where she came from legitly. You know what I'm saying? They don't know like what school she went to as a kid. Like she literally just popped up here. And I feel like the same thing kind of happened with Epstein. I feel like he just popped up here. Like out of nowhere. Like he just like, I don't know where he just popped up. You know what I'm saying? Like no one knows anything about him, and he's making all these moves as soon as he gets here. And nobody, like, you know how like the song goes, started from the bottom, now at least we can see where you started from. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing about having a story, like having being able to tell your story. They can't really do that.
They created players, and they have decoys. So that's what there's a game of So I always talk about the Moorish nobility or the black nobility. So allegedly, when you're looking at the what you would call the Illuminati, which has been gone for a long time.
Hey, Slim.
These Caucasian families that everybody thinks run the world, they say there's a black family behind them that actually, because when you look at the crest of Europe and things of this nature, it's all Moorish crest. So all these original families were really black families. Some people believe that they mixed into, they became palm colored. But the reality of it is, like I've said before, they have decoys. So I used to hear a long time about they said Bush had a decoy. They said Saddam Hussein had a decoy. That's why when they tried to take him out many times in the past, he had a person that looked like him that used to ride and go places. So they still playing the decoy game, in my opinion. And when you find these people who pop up and you don't know where they came from and no one can verify who and what they are, it's like, for instance, Michelle Obama. She has that same situation where no one can tell her past. That's why everybody keep calling her Michael, because we can verify a male that's around that age.
Yeah, Coach said all thoughts and conversations on this live stream are alleged. Yes, it's alleged. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, honey, allegedly. Yeah, but Creatively Guides Me says that she's a handler. Speaking on what's her name?
Erica. Yeah,
Erica
absolutely. And when it happened, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, I was watching to see how she moved. And I was like, oh yeah, we see the game coming in here. And I know Candace was going to put that out. She walking everybody into it because she kind of knew from day one. I kind of tell she wanted to go that direction with it, but she knew the people wasn't ready. Now she's built enough people up on her side that if she says it just outright, a lot of people gonna go with it. If she would have said that from day one, though, they wouldn't have went. So she's doing this smart and whatever the case may be. But handlers.
I think it's really, really crazy. Oh, and then Slim has said something. What did he say? He said that Moore's got the game on lock.
They do.
Allegedly to assure the allegations of reality. Do I really like chicken? Ciao. Okay, so my next question for you here is, if everything that is going on with the Epstein files has a lot to do with like the Epstein Island and all of that, I find it really crazy. So I kind of wanted to say, why, if so much happened on the Epstein Islands, did the FBI not go and check out the island to see what's going on? Like when everything happened with P. Diddy, they went straight to his house and they tore his house up trying to find whatever it is they was looking for. Everything that happened with Epstein and the Epstein Islands is beyond that, like even more crazy. So it's wild to me the fact that nobody, especially the FBI, decided not to even go to the island after all of this stuff has been put out there and see for themselves what's possibly going on. Because, you know what I'm saying?
That's because Epstein didn't have to take an oath to get down. He's already ushered in. Only these black celebrities and some of these other celebrities have to go take those oaths of silence and things of that nature. And like I said, they like the decoy. So anytime one of them supposed to get in trouble, they just put a black celebrity out there to get hung. So that's why I understand what people were saying about R. Kelly. It doesn't make it right. I mean, at the end of the day, R. Kelly was up in some of the same stuff, but the reality of it is that they're gonna throw you under the bus first. That's what you there for. You make your millions up front, but you know when it's your time to get taken down, so we need a distraction. You're going, and whatnot. That's why they can't seem to get none of them to court. Even though Little Rob put Lucien Gray, all them other people out, that was the higher ups above them. None of them got even talked about in the trial.
That's crazy.
It's all showcase stuff.
Hey, Cruz. Thank you so much for coming in, love. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's really crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. So let me see.
No Diddy.
Duffy was a scapegoat.
Yeah.
The distraction, epic fail.
Yeah. No, they.
Oh, let me see. They put them out on scapegoats. Yeah. They put them out to be scapegoats.
But they talking about Epstein Island. They didn't say, and they're not talking about what he did in Africa. He was continent to continent. They're just thinking that it was just going on that one island. That one island was rigged up a certain way to be able to, move bodies and destroy evidence. They said they had the stuff the Predator had. If y'all ever seen the Predator movie, when the Predator, there was one Predator movie where he was destroying stuff and he was sprinkling vials on top of organic matter and it just dissipates. They had that for real. That's why they put stuff like that in the movies. They was able to get rid of evidence by sprinkling stuff on it, and that joint dissipates to air. Done. Nothing. No traces and things like that. So yeah, that's how they've been doing it. But his island was rigged in a certain way where they was able to move things through tunnels. That's why anytime they build, they always dig way down to create these tunnels. And honestly, that's why you can't move everywhere. Like a lot of them places in the California hills, when you watch the cartoons and you see where they'll pull a handle and then a closet move, they got houses like that for real in a lot of these celebrity places in Miami and in California. That's why these celebrity houses only get passed to other celebrities.
Yes, Coach. Allegedly.
Be careful now about that, because anytime you see these celebrities, I don't want to say his name, but he moved into Mike Tyson's old house. You might know what I'm talking about and whatnot. When you see things like that, you got to question, why are you moving into somebody else's old house when you can build a new one if you gain these new riches? Why are you moving into somebody? Because I always used to wonder that at myself. I'm like, why would I want somebody else's houses? If I come across millions of dollars, I'll build my own new one. That's because them old houses got them tunnels. They just carrying on a tradition, you know what I mean?
So my last question is, a whole bunch happened when he was set to go on trial. And then the whole situation happened when they say that he offed himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because he was in a really secure building, which obviously would be the prison or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, or wherever it was, but extremely secure with all the things that he was allegedly doing, you know what I'm saying. And out of nowhere, the timestamp for when he apparently left the earth was missing, you know what I'm saying. And I thought that was extremely strange because nothing about that is even shown as far as doctor, all of that, none of that is even shown, you know what I'm saying. And then on top of that, when I looked it up, it said that he was apparently buried somewhere in Florida and his tombstone is not marked, you know what I'm saying. So nobody knows which one would be his, and they say that it's because they don't want anyone to go over there and mess with it or anything like that. But yeah, so my question to you is, do you think that he's still alive? Absolutely. And if so, where do you think he is and why?
In Israel.
Why?
And then somebody said they got a picture of him walking. On the web, if you go look at these certain Reddits and stuff like that, they got pictures of that person they believe is him. But there were some gamers that on Fortnite that said he was under the profile Little Epstein or something like that. Yeah, I've been said it before that I don't think he ever died. you know, if the black race moves like how Israel do, we'll be good because they don't let their people die. If they do something wrong here, they come and get them. They sneak them out, and we've seen that already with a few people that got caught up in their rings. If they were Israeli, they got up out of here. They didn't face no prosecution in this country and whatever. And the United States know they over there, and they don't go and get them. You can't hide over there though. But they don't. It's a deal that got worked out. But I mean, all in all, I just think this is happening to really enrage people. Yeah. Because it's really got a lot of people frustrated, and like I said, between the ICE stuff going on with the citizens and stuff like that, and then this stuff with Epstein, I think the people are really getting again to a point of just like they don't want to, just like they put it out there because there was something very interesting that came out in the they're saying in the Epstein's files there's proof that Biden, like I told you, been passed away since 2019.
They said
2014.
Allegedly.
But I don't care. I said it a long time ago because I've been seeing the evidence. And they said this.
Sorry, y'all. So sorry. I had got a phone call and I like moved it and I didn't know that the sound wasn't there. Thank y'all so much for letting us know.
Don't worry, I'll recap it. I said Epstein's alive and Biden's been dead since 2014. It says so in the Epstein files, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I told her that back then. And she's like, no, it's not. And I was saying that when that presidency came into office, there was no parade. The military walked them in. That was an insurgency. That was a takeover. That was what you call a coup d'etat. Or whatever the case. That's how they do it in countries when a militant group overthrows the government. It looks like that when a new leader comes into office and stuff like that. But you can't tell me if you watched that whole presidency, you couldn't see the separation from his face and his neck. Like a lot of people would say, and how different he looked on different times of the week and things of this nature. There's allegedly said there was 3 actors playing him. And things like
3
that.
actors. That would be
3
so
different
insane.
actors.
I hope that's alleged because.
So yeah, Epstein's alive and he's.
Can y'all still hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can like hear us.
I see somebody said mask. So
I see someone say mask too. Realize you think it was a mask? Child, allegedly.
Whatever.
That is so crazy, but yeah, y'all. So we're definitely gonna be getting into hot topics, like every probably every few episodes down the line, but Under the Surface will be the way that it always has been when we speak on one topic and we dive deep into it. You know what I'm saying? But every so often we are going to get onto hot topics. You feel me? But I do appreciate all of y'all coming through. Thank y'all so much for being here. For entertainment purposes, this is for entertainment purposes only.
All right, well.
Thank y'all. Everything here that we said today is alleged. Whatever. You feel me? But I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming and watching Under the Surface.
And Epstein
you feel
files,
me?
The Epstein files ain't alleged. Say that, okay?
All right, y'all. I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all take care. Have an amazing week. God bless. And see y'all out here in these YouTube streets. Bye, y'all.